Hello everybody, welcome back to the Velogger SMP, and we have a lot of stuff going on that has been happening off camera, but I've been slowly ticking away at that, which is why the full thing is encompassed. Dagger's done some work to his house, not too much, but a lot of stuff has been happening recently off camera, including the joining of two new members. One's name is Forge. I don't know the name of the other one off the top of my head. This is their base, and it's popped up, and I right now think it's very lovely. I've gone and taken a look at it, and I'm going to just drop down and show you a little bit of it so that I don't have to do too much. And as you may have noticed, I have been practicing those ever since the ending of the hardcore series. But this is their base so far, and seems like they got some fancy way of storing things here. Some hidden stuff probably. And you know what? I actually really like this, and they do have some stuff in here as well. And it is two people in this base also. So I think that that's nice. Here is the other portion of their base, and thus far I think this looks really nice and really put together, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe they have their crop thing over here. No? They might have an extra little area somewhere. No, okay. Not right now, anyway, but I will say I am very intrigued and very excited to see what all happens in the future with this base and with the season going on and stretching on further. However, I'm not 100% sure if either of them will record any of their portions of the series, but in one of my recent series and recent videos that I've uploaded, I said that I've been working in the background to try and get the Velogger SMP website up. We haven't really seen any progress with that recently, and for me, I'm still working on that. But I am super excited to be back. I have been spending a lot of time trying to get a lot of inspiration together. And, I haven't really done too much designing or anything off camera. I haven't really done very much of anything off camera other than this. And this is not even remotely close to done. The design still needs some details and some kinks worked out of it, which is perfectly fine. But as you know, with all of these hotels and motels, we have to go for the cheap option of a thin, very thin wall here. And you know what? That's why this one's going to be a very, very thin wall. And in fact, even this is the only portion of it that will not be a part of that thin wall. And this is going to be the one that is a part of that actual part where it's not thin. However, we are going to be doing walls with trapdoors in this particular point of building, because of the fact that I am limited by resources here, and also space. Space is something that we are limited by in this vicinity here. See, we've got this nice hallway here, but we don't have too much space, which is the key. We don't want to have a ton of space being taken up and everything. And you know what? I'm really happy with how this is turning out right now. And a lot of you might say, trapdoors as walls? Really? That doesn't seem really good. But you also got to keep in mind that hotels on the inside are very cheaply made to being made on the outside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have to keep that in mind, because that is 100% the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, it's a little shorter. I forgot about that. So you got to keep in mind that hotels are very nice, but on the inside they are cheaply made. So that is how pretty much every hotel is made. It's very nice on the outside and very good structurally sound, very structurally sound. Sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling so much to say that. Very structurally sound, and on the inside, not as sound. Although it is still a very nice hotel since it's going to be the only hotel on the server. But there's going to be no security really because it's all trap doors for the rooms and everything, which I don't think is too bad of an idea because it gives us some room. And then from the outside, you can also see that it's not as small as it looks. However, if vertical slabs were a thing, they would definitely come into play here. Because that would be very helpful and very nice to me, Mojane. I would love you if you did that for me, but I know you won't. So, because you want people to use other creative ways to build, and you know what? I'm not gonna blame you. That's actually a very good reason. That's a very good point. You know, it does kind of inspire creativity, but what I mean is that it would just be helpful in this case because if you take a look, it's not too big, but it also isn't the greatest looking thing. I mean, obviously it's better than nothing, and you can very plainly see that it is going to mainly be made out of spruce trapdoors for the walls and everything, but walls in hotels are very thin compared to regular walls, and you know what? That's a good thing, I would say. Not necessarily a good thing for the people, but it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because it makes it more capable of actually being able to have these rooms without it being too much of a problem on the finance front of things. So we're just gonna say that it was a cheap cop-out way of doing it, so that we didn't have to spend a fortune on getting some super expensive actual half block walls, and we just went for the quarter block of a wall, and that is how it works, and that is why you can come stay at this place whenever need be, whenever you need it. A lot of the time. Still, registration for joining is open, so if you guys want to do that, there's that in the I believe in my channel description. Also, I forgot that I was supposed to be doing a time lapse, so let's go. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna do a time lapse quite yet. Because I just had a strike of absolute motivation, whereas the past few days I haven't really been that motivated to do that or that. I have a very big motivation right now to get a couple things done for the farm wise, because you know it's why are there so many creepers? What on earth? Why are there so many creepers? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna kill you. Okay. It's a little weird, admittedly. Okay, I swear I saw like 5. How did you... Anyway. I had a strike of motivation, and, what on earth? What is happening with the connection here? Okay. Where are... I don't... Oh, I see. Okay. Strike of motivation. While I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you what the strike of motivation was. The strike of motivation was to build a ton of farms. I'm ready to get that portion of the server completed. The AFK portion. See... But this time, it's not going to be a community thing. You can't just come pick it up. There's no deals. You have to buy. The shopping district is actually going to get used this time, whereas we have more people, so we're actually going to use it properly rather than just doing little cheap deals with everybody. So I'm thinking, well, one thing that I'm going to sell is rockets. And you might be wondering why rockets when you could just settle for something quite easy to get, like wood. Well, yes, that's easy, and I'm going to sell wood. I'm going to sell a couple things, but rockets is going to be one of the main sellers because everybody hates crafting rockets. And I'm going to have a machine that 100% crafts rockets, gunpowder, just gunpowder, and just sugarcane, and they're all pretty much going to be attached to the same circuit, except for one thing is that they will split apart at a certain point. I'm just gonna come down here and fill this up. So what I'm thinking about building first is because somebody's already building an iron farm at the moment that is now. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start working on that at the current moment that is now, because that seems like the best idea to do. Also, the most sound idea, I guess I could say. But I'm gonna need to collect a lot of materials, including magma and other stuff. So I'm gonna probably do this in a quick first-person time lapse of me going to the Nether and collecting a ton of magma, because the one that I use requires a ton of magma, and it's gonna have to be over the ocean. But also, the sugarcane farm is just a quick design that I know how to do, and it requires a lot of iron, so hopefully I won't have to do too much to get a ton of iron, but I'm really excited, and I think it's time that we get some more progress done other than building. Also, I don't think I showed this on camera. I mean, I showed the regular one that they had down here, which is Forge and Swift, what they have down here. And this is their base thus far. They just have a ton of junk in here. And one of these is bound to lead to somewhere eventually. I'm calling it. And they've expanded it. And you know what? I've been able to help them expand it, which is pretty nice. So I'm really, really excited. They have this area over here, which I believe this leads us to, I'm certain it leads to their iron farm. Yeah, their iron farm is just here, which they haven't finished setting up yet, but they are going to be selling iron and iron blocks. So I'm going to have to go mining in a little while to get some iron because they have not set that up. But they also are setting up a trading hall over here, and I have helped them pretty far get set up by collecting some of their wood and everything. And I think that this is a really good idea, and this is a really good way to do this. So I'm pretty excited for what's happening on the server and how much progress is being done. And it's striked a motivational thing inside of me to where I'm going to do like a ton of work for machines and stuff like that. I know typically most of the time I don't do that. I have no clue who did this, but okay. But I am going to say right now, I'm so excited to see what all happens. And this is just called the quick craft station, I guess. But back to what I was gonna do. We're gonna go into a quick time lapse of me collecting a ton of magma and a ton of other materials in order to build this machine. And after the machine is built, then and only then will we be ready. Will we be ready to build this machine? And you know what? This machine is going to be built over the ocean, and it's going to take a lot of time for me to build. So, slight delay on that. I'm going to cut to where the time lapse has started. So, without further ado, if you guys are ready and I'm ready, future me will put a time where the time lapse ends down in the bottom right corner, right around there. And if you guys feel like skipping over the time lapse, you can. But there's a that's when the time lapse ends. So without further ado, let's go. After building that creeper farm, yep, Dagger's here. After building that creeper farm, I do plan on doing a whole lot more. So this is the saloons, and so I'm planning on putting armor stands here and like making it look all cool and everything. Because you know how like old bars had like all their drinks stacked against this wall, like these walls like this in like slots. That's kind of what this is for. And then there's just no tables in here. Also, I'm going to keep recording while Dagger is on, so you guys can get a little commentary from him. Hello, Dagger. How have you been lately?
Bush's baked beans.
Gets copyrighted.
Nah.
So, Dagger, you care to tell everyone in existence why it's taken you so long to upload one video?
I work at McDonald's.
And I work at Publix. Which one's harder to work at? It's definitely Publix, because you have to do so much more. You always have to be constantly doing something. If you're not moving, you're fired.
Bro, you don't think it's like that at McDonald's?
Bro stands in one spot and is like, "Can I take your order?"
That's not how it is most of the time.
Yeah, okay, out of jobs. I'm planning on starting my shop soon, which my shop is going to sell a whole lot more than I initially thought. It's also going to sell rockets, wood, and choker boxes of rockets and everything. Because soon we're going to the end, and we're going to fight the Ender Dragon. And I figured, why not get a head start on the rocket game? Because everybody always has a problem with rockets. But they're reasonably priced. And if you have a better price, please leave it down in the comments. The price is 1 diamond for 2 stacks. If you have a better price for that, I will probably do that. So leave that down in the comments. Also, since Dagger's right here, go to his video and comment down below, "You stinky monkey, you should definitely upload another video." That'd be fun.
Yeah, and then subscribe.
Yeah, and then you should subscribe. To me, not him.
Gives you a bribe. No.
Also, and to answer a question that I got in a comment, I did answer it by saying, no, I didn't have a mod that makes me go faster. What it is my FOV is 105, so it makes it look like I'm running way faster than I am.
105?
I know, that's crazy, right? Anywho.
Dude.
I figure it is now time for me to do the time-lapse of me building my storefront shop. So without further ado, let's go! Right, so That was a very fast time lapse. I wanted it to be extraordinarily fast compared to the other one because I knew I didn't want it to take up too much time. But it is pretty much done on the outside, except for the inside. The inside is not done, but the outside is 100% complete. There are some things that I am going to have to continue to work on, like over here. I'll give you a little look on the roof. I do believe that it is spawn proofed, but if it is not, that is okay. We'll figure something out for that. But this is what the roof looks like. Okay, it's not spawn proofed, but this is what the roof looks like, and it is not too bad. I just don't ever want to come up here ever again. So that's the main thing. That's the main problem I have with it right now. And that doesn't work. Okay. But the interior is going to look a whole lot nicer. I did a ton of AFKing, and I have almost an entire double chest full of gunpowder. And as I said before, I am going to be selling rockets in the shopping district. And I have bought a ton of stuff that I needed very much. And also, we should be getting our villagers and everything up and running pretty soon. And you know, I'm not just selling gunpowder. I'm not just selling rockets. I'm selling a ton of other stuff, such as wood and other things. And certain requestable things are able to be requested if it is out of stock and or if it's just a special order, because I'll be honest, I like doing a lot of the grinding materials because not a lot of people do them, meaning that they're a very easy way to get some money in this game. Now, I've already gotten pretty low on my diamonds now because I've been having to spend them a whole lot just to get a couple things. So, I'm going to be selling a whole lot more than just rockets and just wood. I'm gonna be selling a ton. Here's the ender chest. I'm down to 56 diamonds. I bought this iron, by the way. I'm down to 56 diamonds that are not in the bank. The rest remain in the bank because I need my credit. Soon, interest will be going out. We also will be starting our campaign soon, which, thinking of, that also means that I have to take this lectern and stick it right here, because this is also the bank / mayor's office, which we are taking contributions to be able to finish it. But since nobody has a shop to actually be able to finish it, we have not actually done anything for it. We've just been like, if you want to collect the materials and help us build it, that's great. What is that? Is there a zombie in there? There's not a zombie in there. Okay. But that is one of the main problems that we're having, so we are going to have an election and stuff like that. But next episode, I promise you, we are going to go to the end. We're going to defeat the Ender Dragon. We're going to get an Elytra, and we are going to branch out, finally. But there is going to still be development here, as the saloon's not done, the bank's not done, bank/mayor's office is not done, the clock building's not done, and the sheriff's office is not done. However, I am going to consider this done because it's the outside and not just the interior, because these are the only few buildings that really need interior. This one doesn't even need interior. It could just be there and then, like, on the top floor have an office. This one also needs interior, and we haven't even started that, which I'm going to leave this up to Daggerfought because he said that he wanted to give that a whirl. So I'm going to give that to him, and I really like the way this shop turned out. I really hope that you did. And I'll give you a little look on what the town looks like with some shaders on. You might be wondering what complementary better is. It's just this one, just with some downgraded settings, so that I can use it while I'm recording. So I'm going to give you a quick look on what the city looks like at the moment, and this is what it looks like. It looks pretty decent in my opinion. We got the nice looking shop here that's going to look a whole lot nicer on the inside. And then we got the nice looking bank/mayor's office, the saloon, Dagger's house, and then we got my house. And then all the way over here, we got the crevice cave. Wait, no, that's not a good name for it. Let me think. No. The crevice crackers. They're cracking the crackers that they are. They're crackers. We're calling them crackers. Crevice crackers. That's the name of this base, whether they like it or not. And this is the entire server thus far. I don't think I showed what the gunpowder farm looks like, but I'm not going to show that right now. There's going to be a whole lot more development over the season. We've got some stuff popping up literally everywhere, and I'm so excited to see where this all goes. So this is what it looks like with shaders on right now. And thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.